Hello viewers, I remain your host Hawawu Ibrahim. Welcome to Eaglet05, a platform dedicated to championing the rights of persons with disability, ensuring that our voices are heard, understood, accepted, and we are given the love we deserve as human beings in the world. Today I have another episode of the change I am advocating about. Today I'm going to talk about something and I will leave it for audience to discuss. Tell me what you think. I was born in Ghana but raised in Nigeria. I spent my first almost half of or more than half of my pre-adolescent years in Nigeria. When we returned to Ghana, I was almost 8 or 9 years then. Back in Nigeria, I grew up knowing I had visual challenge and I wanted to be like every other child out there. I see other kids supporting their parents in the kitchen, in the market, even at home, doing all kinds of household activities. But my guardian at that time would not allow me to touch anything. I don't know whether she felt I was filthy or she felt I won't be able to do it. But I thought if I am taught, I would learn. If I am given the opportunity to learn, I would gladly do so because I was already ready to explore. But I did not get that opportunity. I was always trying, but without guide, it would always turn out as a mess. Now we returned to Ghana, the same thing kept happening. They won't allow me to support in anything. There was a time someone made a statement that because I couldn't see, I was not neat. And at that time I needed a coping mechanism. If you have followed my stories to this time, you would know that I grew up as a loner, or I was in isolation. They didn't keep me in a separate room, but their actions and inactions kept me away. But I overlooked it. So this is what was happening. Since I was not allowed to help in any household activity, I was also pained because I was seeing other people do it happily and I felt I could also do it. And truly, I could do it. If I was given the opportunity at that time, I could have made a very big difference, but I was not allowed. Now, we traveled from our hometown to a different city in Ghana, and there we went to live with two of my aunties. One was traveling back and forth, one was settled. So it now got to a time where my aunties were having problems with my guardian, who is their mom, and now they were not cooking for her. They were not treating her the way she felt she was supposed to be treated. Now she needed my help. She needed my help to be supporting her in cooking, and here lies the case. She was the mastermind behind me not being able to learn household chores. Okay? Something I was not taught. I was forced to know how to do it. Yes, I have a visual challenge, but I was monitoring, I was studying, I was able to pick few I could pick and put my pieces together. So and I thank God that all that she needed me to do at that time, I could do it. At least Although it was not perfect, but at least it was better. So she would need me to do this, I'll do it for her. Now she will praise me for being there for her at that time. And this was the same person who, if I get close to learn how to do something, sometimes she even uses abusive words on me, because in her understanding, I should know something I was not taught. I don't know how she expected me to do that. Now, life happened. As I was growing, I was learning in my own way. I now went to school for the blind. Life was very difficult because I was in a boarding house and I needed to take care of myself. At that time, I didn't know how to sweep. The only thing I knew how to do well was to wash my clothes. That's all I knew how to do. And the few foods I could bring together to prepare for my own self. That is all I was living with. My own people did not understand why I wasn't able to do things like them. At that time, we were all kids and were not matured. So today I can understand that we refused, or the people at that time refused to understand or accept that we are from different environments and our upbringings are not the same. I was lucky to have found Sister Mary. Those who knows this story know who I am talking about. There was one day we went for grounds work and I was being abused verbally. She got close and asked me, "You don't know how to sweep, right?" I said yes. She said, "Anytime there's going to be grounds work, look for me. I'll guide you through." She taught me how to hold broom to sweep compound. She taught me how to twist the broom. She taught me how to even position the broom on the ground before I start sweeping. And quickly I picked up. It didn't end there. She became a motivation. She was always looking for me, asking me what I could do and guiding me through the things I didn't know how to do. It would surprise you that she taught me theoretically. It was only the sweeping that we went practical, because almost any time we went for grounds work, either I looked for her or she looked for me. She was there that time. She taught me through. Yes, she made me pick myself back together, and I was happy, At least I could also do the things people said I couldn't do, the things why people called me useless. I was now useful and I was learning. Now, from School for the Blind, I moved on to SHS. All that time, when I come home, I am able to cook for myself. And funny enough, when I'm cooking, I don't know whether they contemplate whether they will be able to eat or they will not be able to eat. And because I know they won't eat, when I cook for myself. But in my absence, they'll come and fetch. They'll come and serve themselves and eat. And these are the same people who said I couldn't do it. It was not possible for me to do it. Fine. Life continued. I now go to the university. There was a day I came back from school. My auntie said I should help her grind pepper. She was preparing banku. I did. I was almost done with the task, and her husband came around. She now said, yes, I should leave it for the husband to do because she's in a hurry. And the man said, she's almost done. If I had not come home, she would have been the one to complete it. She started it, so allow her complete it. And before the husband could even finish or start his statement and bring it to an end, I had already moved away from the environment because she said I should leave it for someone better to do it. I left and I didn't return to that task because I knew whatever I did, I was not going to be appreciated. It's good to be appreciated, or it's good to show appreciation when when there is a need to do that. Eventually, I did what I was supposed to do. I took care of the soup. She was sitting there watching me, and she now said, eventually you can do it, and you are sitting there wasting away. I also answered, I am not wasting away. You said I am filthy. You said I am less important. You said I cannot do what human beings can do. I just went away. She became mute. She couldn't say anything. Now, I can do everything I want to do. I can prepare every food I want to prepare. I eat everything I want to eat made by my own hands. I do pastries, different kinds of them. My grandma taught me how to do pastries. I am able to do them and share with my kids. How do you expect someone to exert the kind of knowledge you didn't instill in them? How do you expect someone to come out the way you expect them to be when you didn't guide them through? It's all because of my impairment. Because the others were allowed to do, why was I not allowed to do same? But I, who was refused guidance at home, I, who was not part of them, I am not boasting, but the one who guided me through is equally a visually impaired like myself, and she taught me well. Yes, she taught me well, and I'm proud at that. I am very much proud of myself that I am at where I am today. Even with help or without help, life will be easy lived with me. Please subscribe, share, and tell others to also subscribe to support the change. See you another time.